Hi everyone, this is the disembodied voice of Patrick Galactic. Are you an artist? Do you have friends who are? Then Weird at Night wants to show your work. We feature music, poetry, painting, dance, drag, comedy, sketch, short films, animation, literature, and much more. Yeah, I just read the graphic, but I also wrote the graphic, so it's only kind of cheating. Do you want to be a character on Weird at Night? You absolutely can. Whether you want to make something for the show or have something specific you'd like us to air, you can do it by either emailing us at weiirdatnight@gmail.com, or the much cooler option is to join our Discord server, send me a friend request, and then send me a DM. Weird at Night is a place of celebration and collaboration. We're always looking for new and fresh things for the show. If you have an idea you want help developing, we're down to help. Art is the antidote, attack with love. I'll see you in a few minutes.
I'm the Pink Cloud, I'm a mythical creature here in the WAN-iverse with my friends, Booger Bitch Fantasia Man and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I hated all humans and lived a life of substance abuse and self-loathing. But I discovered friendship and now I feel a lot better. Welcome to Weird at Night! This is the pre-show. The live show will begin at 10 p.m. as our guide, Patrick Galactic, steers us on a course to the Artmosphere. Weird at Night is a humor-based community art share stream. The WAN-iverse is a land of safe but challenging fantasy. We get real stupid, and oftentimes we do them at the same time. We're interactive. If you got something to say, at Weird at Night in the chat, and we'll read your comments, as long as they aren't hateful piece of shit kind of stuff, and at least somewhat related to the show. This is a place of art, acceptance, of tolerance, and understanding. Misogyny, racism, homophobia, transphobia, and all other xenophobic ideologies are not welcome here. But if you ain't dumb like that, welcome to the Artstravaganza! Starting at 10 p.m.
What fire springs forth? What bile does bubble? The black moon swings, and the sky stirs trouble. Hey, yeah. By violent ends, we kill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at Night!
What's up, everybody? It's your band, The Big O. I want to encourage you to tune in to Weird at Night right here on Converge Media every Saturday at 10 p.m.
Previously on Weird at Night, a charismatic but insecure writer named Dartone the Third created a cult called Raqanon. This cult believed that raccoons were actually from Mars and were here on Earth to take over the planet. Seattle rapper and ruler of the WAN-iverse to Queen of everything banished Dartone to the monochromatic hellscape of Noirrland. The Trash Force was formed to protect these cute animals from harm, and the day was saved. But everything was not as it seemed. These space raccoons are real and have been planning an attack on Dartone the Third for some time. Their king has sent his only daughter, Princess Paprika, to hunt Dartone and bring him to justice. Meanwhile, Trash Force forms an alliance with the Space Raccoons, and now their leader is drunk with power. Can this story get any weirder? Yes, it appears there's a romance brewing between Dartone the Third and Princess Paprika. What more will we learn from these cruel mysteries? Find out tonight.
I got it. Oh, hey, it's me. It's Patrick Galactic here to say hello to all of you. It's funny, right after Omari's intro, I dropped my pen and spent that whole last video looking at it. I'm sure it was great, whatever it was. As I said, I'm your guide for tonight's voyage through art and history, Patrick Galactic, and this is Weird at Night. Big hello to everyone watching on Twitch, on YouTube, and on the Converge Media Facebook page. We're live every Tuesday and Saturday night at 10 p.m. So give us a follow right now to get notified every time we're live, and hop in, water's warm. But this AMC gremlin of an art chair stream isn't gonna start itself, Kemosabi's. No, we must sing it into being. We must sing it into being. So join me now for a lovely rendition of the song of the cosmos. All right, we may not pass the safety test, but we are about to motor our asses to to the stars. And to start our ascent, tonight we turn it over to the monster of ceremonies, Terry Monstrosity. Terry's got a new track called Brinkin' on the way, and has got a ton of guests on it, including me. But no one takes center stage from the monster who doesn't miss. So check it out.
I've been doing too much thinking. And the problem is I don't know what I really think. This must be the point of brinking. Cause inside of me I seem like I am on a peak. Oh, I know you know the feeling. Oh, I know you know it. Oh, I know you know the feeling. Oh, I know you know it.
Keep your ears peeled for the announcement of the release of Brinkin'. I'm telling you, this is a monster single headed our way, okay? But that ain't the only thing headed our way. Weird at Night is like a Venus flytrap that eats fly replacement tofu. It's particular, but it must be nourished. And to do it, I need you to turn rationality off. I need you to turn what the fuck to 11. This cosmic calamity ain't an accident, cowpoke. It's an art extravaganza of galactic proportion. Also, hello to Spencer Carlson Music in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. It's been a minute. Weird at Night is a twice weekly art voyage through the stars. Through the stars. We love music. We bring surreal comedy. Weird at Night is like a smoky patchwork quilt with Twilight Zone, 90s cable access, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Reading Rainbow all stitched in. We're astonishingly wholesome for people who say fuck as often as we do here, and we kind of say it a lot. More importantly than all of that, we're a showmunity. The chat is 100% where it's at. Some of the stuff we'll be showing tonight was made by someone hanging out in the chat. So give thanks to Qween Most High. Because you're chatting amongst royalty, Seattle rapper and vibe impresario Qween is the true and ultimate ruler of the WAN-iverse. Check out Qween's Bandcamp. I'm dropping a link to it in the chat right now. And give praise. Give praise. And don't fear the darkness, darling. We're weird. It's night. You're in the right place. Respect for each other and the flow of the show is essential. Distractors, spammers, you'll be ejected. Don't waste everybody's time. Give us a follow, and at some point in the night, I'm going to sing you a little tune and put your name in the pretty lights on the screen. If you subscribe, which is amazing and so helpful in this endeavor to deliver abstract amazingness to the masses, I'll put everything down, grab my guitar, and write you a 20-second song on the spot. All right, let the extravaganza begin. So, here in the WAN-iverse, we experience whatever it is we can imagine. Whatever we can dream up seems to come to life. But tonight, we gotta pause. We gotta pause that for a minute to talk about some real shit. As you're probably aware, yesterday, Kyle Rittenhouse, a teenage white man who killed 2 people and injured another during the George Floyd protests after crossing state lines with a semi-automatic weapon to defend a retail store, was acquitted of all charges, despite the obvious facts that dispute that innocence. There are no magic words that will summarize this neatly, okay? America is still disputing the rights of Black Americans to experience equality under the law. This verdict will no doubt send a message to future white aggressors that the law doesn't apply to them. It's a moment to mourn. It's a moment to be mourned. There is no ignorance to be claimed. There's no excuse for this, okay? White supremacy in America may have a slightly more public face. Sorry, I'm just seeing stuff in the chat here. More people can recognize it. I'm sorry. White supremacy in America may still have a slightly more public face. More people can recognize it today than before, but it's still leading the charge. It still is unacceptable. It's wrong on absolutely every single level. Some might say, we're better than this, but where's the proof? The fact stands that the Rittenhouse verdict is far more common than actual convictions for violent crime against Black people in America. So I'm asking you now to please join me in a minute of silence for victims of racial violence in America. Thank you, everyone. Now, we have some great stuff for you tonight, but right now, I need everyone watching on every platform to ask me a weird question. Anything you think would be hard to answer, would be funny, whatever you think weird is. Let's try and get things back on a good path here. We have to acknowledge the realities of the world around us sometimes, and they're not pleasant. And that's a terrible thing. But we have to do better, and we have to talk about these things. There's just no way around it, okay? But if you want to ask me a weird question, just at me in the chat and I'll answer when we have at least 3. We have incredible stuff to share tonight, including Divine Augustine. We're going to learn about James Baldwin, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, and much more. But first, we turn our attention to the work of animator extraordinaire, the master of multi-frame mindfuckery, Madeline Williams. For a cool hybrid music, animation, behind the scenes kind of thing, check this out. Awesome stuff from Madsy. Awesome stuff from Madsy. I thought that was a really, really cool kind of like a way to combine performance with some behind the scenes stuff. But that's very, very cool stuff from Madsy. And also, this is a reminder that Madsy has some really cool merch in our shop. That's the Shop of WAN, shopofwan.com. Go to the artist studio. Madsy and many other artists featured on Weird at Night have merch in there. And any purchase of that merch goes, the profits go directly to those artists. It's no different than purchasing something on Bandcamp. It's a great way to show your support. And here at Weird at Night, we are nothing without the artists that propel us forward. So thanks to them, thanks to Madsy, and thanks to you for your support. We got a couple questions to answer. Let's see. So Alex F&V asks, if you were defeated in a watercolor contest by a nunchuck-wielding penguin, what color Skittles would you hope you had in your pocket to eat? Now, that's a great question, Alex. Now, because the penguin is a polar creature, you need something with a little warmth to it. But you don't want to overheat it either, because at the end of the day, you kind of need to match the season that you're in. So I would select a green Skittle, not a green M&M, okay? It doesn't make you, it grounds you and actually increases your ability to fight. So I'd be prepared for battle and eat a green M&M, or a green Skittle, sorry. Spencer Carlson Music asks, Illuminati or Knights Templar? I'm a little old-fashioned, okay? Maybe I'm a little old-fashioned, but I'm gonna go Illuminati on this one because it's a classic, all right? The Illuminati has been creating conspiracies in the minds of people for thousands of years. I'm sure Knights Templar has too, but I just know more about the Illuminati, so I'm gonna pick them. Thank you, Spencer. Great question. Blaze in Space asks, riding on a cloud or living in a cloud? Great question, Blaze in Space. I'm gonna guess that the inside of a cloud probably has stuff in it that isn't cool, like little pieces of rocks or dirt or whatever. So unless you're gonna jump in the cloud with your mouth wide open and just run from end to end, I think you want to ride the cloud. Which is impossible because a cloud could not support my weight. But whatever. Alex FV says Knights Templar was real though, so well maybe I'm trying to keep us from some kind of major catastrophe. Alex FV, did you ever think about that? Probably not. Okay, now from animation we turn to what is this? This is weird. Again, it's a video that says, Patrick, Watch this. Do not go pee or do anything, but watch this. Weird. You know, I'm the one who puts the show in order. How is it that I keep getting these mystery videos? To whoever it is, I'm sitting here, I'm watching the video, I'm not gonna go pee or do anything else. Now, don't any of you pee either.
Lies, conspiracy, murder, space raccoons from Mars.
In our recent travels to Noirrland, former anti-raccoon cult leader Dartone the Third was threatened and nearly had his sexy ass maimed by a gang of raccoons. Dartone ran like a total ninny and begged Steve Germany for help. Steve showed up, but helped nothing. Thankfully, Mandy Ravage, the goblin bird, ran off the raccoons. It was at this moment that Patrick Galactic, host of Weird at Night, nearly shat himself in surprise. But not the kind of surprise we expected. On the next episode of Weird at Night, Patrick had to relieve himself during the show and a video was played without his knowledge called Trash Force Exposed. And expose it did. It exposed our host as part of a conspiracy of Trash Force to eliminate Dartone the Third. They sent the raccoon gang after Dartone, and none were harsher in their pursuit than the previously believed angelic Alex F&V. As Patrick again shat himself in fear of his cousin, it was revealed in a later episode of Noirrland that space raccoons did in fact exist, validating Dartone's entire reasoning for starting Raqanon. And further, the raccoons were plotting to kill Dartone via the King Raccoon's daughter, Princess Paprika. However, Paprika and Dartone got major horny vibes for each other and might be banging as we view this. Learning that space raccoons were real, Patrick Galactic, with freshly shat pants, text Alex F&V in a panic, only to find out that she had conspired with the space raccoons to eliminate Dartone, thus becoming something akin to the evil that Dartone was when leading Raqanon. With Dartone being proven right, with his cousin as bloodthirsty as a vampire, with freshly shat pants, and somehow never seeing any of these videos himself despite assembling and hosting the show, Patrick Galactic finds himself in quite a pickle, and Dartone remains the target of Alex F&V's rage. Here's Blazing Space.
Hey, Weird at Night. It's Blazing Space. Just, this Trash Force shit is really interesting. I mean, were Dartone and I actually right? Alex wanted to be a queen. It seems maybe power corrupts, even if it's just a Trash Force type of possibility. What I'm most curious about is what do the space raccoons think of this? Patrick, can you send one of our Weird at Night telegrams to the space raccoons? I think we should get a statement on this.
There's a number of things I need to address here. First, I have not shat myself in fear that many times. I mean, sure, once or twice, but that's ridiculous. And that also clearly wasn't me in that video. That looks nothing like me. Did someone find Ryan Bryan and have him do this? People say we look alike. Steve Germany? I mean, I'm not a violent person. I mean, sure, I dislike Dartone, don't we all? But having him killed by space raccoons. I mean, seriously, who's pranking me? As it happens, I do happen to have the number of the space raccoons and will send them a telegram to try and clear this whole thing up. I mean, I don't have their number because we've previously communicated or anything. No. It's just, networking. Networking. So I have a very important phone call I have to make. Why don't you enjoy this incredible video from musician and dancer Divine Augustine while I do that? What do you think?
Market in France. There's really a psychology to the dance floor. To get into sync with your dancers, you'll get to know how they feel, and you'll feel the energy that they have, and that's really the basics of dance floor psychology, which I call it.
This is your divine experience. Your evolution will create a revolution. let it flow, let it go, let it flow. DETOX.
Jiggy cat, 9 lines, I've arrived once again. Play my record on repeat, make it spit.
I've arrived once again. Play my record on repeat, make it spit. Beat pulling all the women and the men. They gravitate to the light and they live. In my house, no rules, just live. They can hate, but they don't pay your rent. Make some shake to the vibe of my mix. Aquarius, till I move with the wind. Divas, they all on me. I'm a pimp by nature. When I taste the flavor, catch the fever. Run up on me. 2 piece the pavement, make a meet, they make her. Jesus is in a party. I be feeling like I'm God's son. Before I came in the spot, it was dead, it was shot, resurrected when I, Please stop, trying to cop block. You can't beat God, I can't be stopped. In the meantime, I need a new box. When the beat knock, need a detox. Please stop, trying to cop block. You can't beat God, I can't be stopped. I need me time, I need a new box. When the beat knock, need a detox. Please stop, trying to cop block. You can't beat God, I can't be stopped. In the meantime, I need a new box. When the beat knock, need a detox. Please stop, trying to cop block. You can't beat God, I can't be stopped. I need me time, I got a new box. When the beat knock, need a detox. Rinse me off, rinse me off, rinse me off, rinse me off, rinse me off. Purify my body. Let it flow, let it go, let it flow.
Let it go, rinse it off, let it go. That love in my glass, hot glass never low.
Jiggy cat, I've arrived once again. Every lost take planet as a win. I don't need my revenge, my success is revenge. In time you'll see that redemption never ends. And if we used to be friends, we don't need to make amends. I recommend you repent for your sin. You need a detox, bitch, need a rinse. Divas, they all on me. I'm a pimp by nature, wanna taste the flavor, catch the fever. Run up on me, 2 piece the pavement, make a meet, they make her. Jesus is in a party, I be feeling like I'm God's son. Before I came in the spot, it was dead, it was shot, resurrected when I, Hey.
No, seriously, we need to call this shit off. Cousin, we gotta call this off. It's on the fucking show. They know. Everyone knows. Fuck. Oh shit, gotta go. Hey, we're back! We're back in the old swing of things, right? Okay, well, if you didn't shake your ass to that Divine Augustine track, I don't know what will ever get you to dance. Divine has a lot to look at and listen to on Bandcamp and YouTube. So make sure to give Divine a follow, please. That's amazing stuff, amazing stuff. Now, not only is Converge Media our broadcast partner, they're on the cutting edge of Seattle's communities, sharing balanced and nuanced coverage of the pressing issues in our city, in our nation, and beyond. Here's a little sample.
We're right here at East Precinct. It doesn't get any closer than this right now. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. As a small independent media company, we rely on the financial support of individuals and business members to stay on the front lines of the news that's important to you.
Great shit. As always, we tip the cap to Amari Salisbury, Trey Holiday, and the entire crew over at Converge Media, who, by the way, are currently in fucking Belize, covering stuff out there. So make sure you check that out. Please take a minute to look at the links we dropped and consider making a financial contribution to their incredible work. It's some of the easiest money you'll ever spend, and every dollar makes a difference. The saxophonist you saw after the Converge clip was none other than WAN royalty Kayla Carrington. Kayla is extremely talented in a lot of different ways and has been a regular here at Weird at Night for a while. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Bandcamp. Blazing Space dropped a link to the website as well. Make sure to show some support while you're at it. We thank you very much. Now, while we're keeping everyone informed, another person that's been featured here quite a bit since we started is pioneering civil rights author, playwright, and speaker, James Baldwin. We've exalted in his words many times, but who was James Baldwin? What's his story? Well, we're going to hear it right now.
Known in history as someone many called the voice of the civil rights movement. Stay tuned for more as we journey through the life of essayist, novelist, and playwright James Baldwin. James Arthur Baldwin was born on August 2nd, 1924 in New York, New York. Baldwin grew up in Harlem, New York, where he was the eldest of 9 children. From the age of 14 to 16, Baldwin would speak out about faith after school. That is where he was a youth minister. A young Baldwin would also begin developing his gift for writing, working on his school magazine publishing poems, short stories, and plays. After high school, there were not many ways to make money for Baldwin, so in 1948, he left for Paris, France, living there for 8 years. In 1953, his first novel, Go Tell It on the Mountain, was a tale based on his life in Harlem, sharing issues with his father and religion. In 1954, he published his next novel, Giovanni's Room, a tale about homosexuality during an unaccepting time in history. Baldwin continued writing about challenges between whites and blacks in America, even being featured on the cover of Time magazine for his works on striving to end racism. That same year, he would release his book with a friend entitled Nothing Personal. This book was a tribute to the civil rights movement leader Medgar Evers, who was killed by a racist. After the deaths of Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, Baldwin's style of writing changed, even as he worked on a screenplay based around the autobiography of Malcolm X, written by Alex Haley. In his latter years, Baldwin began teaching at the University of Massachusetts Amherst and Hampshire College. The life of James Baldwin came to an end on December 1st, 1987, in St. Paul, France, at the age of 63. Using his talents to expose harsh truths about racism, James Baldwin will forever be remembered. But don't stop there. Here are more videos for you to enjoy on YouTube, and while you are there, please help to keep our channel going by clicking the subscribe button to get instant updates on new videos like this that we share each week.
Fantastic and powerful stuff. Every time I hear James Baldwin speak or be spoken about, I immediately realize I'm a huge wimp. I have a fraction of the barriers in front of me that he had, and he pushed through them all. He continues to be an inspiration to me and many, many, many others. Read all the James Baldwin you can, watch all the interviews and documentaries you can. It's about the simplest advice I could give you. Also, I was a little quick to switch from our questions because we had one more. This is from Bicentennial Bebe. Question is, if someone is very anti-pet shopping, but can't stand knowing betas are waiting to die in little cups under neon lights, and one has fuck it. What I want to know is if it's okay to set up my old little fish tank and steal sick betas from the back of Petco to keep them alive, to help them live out the rest of their life in the best way possible. I don't see a problem here. I say yes. Take all the betas you can. Now, speaking of advice, Nana Mucho Newsy News is back with some advice about the Northwest's best new tracks. They've been at this since 1997, one of America's longest running music and culture blogs, and they have a slew of incredible music to share with you tonight.
Hey everyone, this is Nina Wassencary coming at you with Nada Mucho, newsy news that's new. Nada Mucho is 100% volunteer driven, supporting independent music and entertainment since the late 90s. Tonight, Nada Mucho founder Matt Ashworth has put together a killer playlist just for you. For each of these artists, we're going to drop the links in the chat. And what we want you to do is click on those links and support those artists directly. This is Nina Wassencary, and you are watching Weird at Night.
Morning star, there you are. How did you come so far? Just the time for a light like yours. Morning star, there you are. Lead me to somewhere far, somewhere I've never been.
Big boy, say what? Yeah, stomping around, shaking up the ground. Big boy, say what? Yeah, I couldn't hear you over all the trash. Guess what? I see you out there, causing a ruckus, chomping around, making a big old mess. Well, let me tell ya, it's not gonna get you far.
You hit a wall. Climb over, climb over, climb over. Knock it down. Climb over, climb over, climb over. Hey! Keep on running, keep on running, keep on running, and you'll stop. Keep on running, keep on running, keep on running, and you'll stop. Hey, hey, hey. It's a bit keep walking. Hey, hey, hey. Grab a water. You make a stop, you talk to friends, you make a
Screaming down the dirt road like a smoky with the stupid colored lights on. Tossing bottles and signs that say just keep your top on. Don't take it off, you dummy at the wheel. Steers another precious life into heaven. From the point of the servant spear, I can't stand to hear another baby crying cause a cop on a bike sprayed mace in her face. Don't take your kids to a place that's so dangerous.
Working class through the wayside, tech boy through the high rise, blue collar working stiff, had about enough of this. Woman's pants is weather band, organizing. So down.
Wanna rock the world with you before it splits in two. Don't know what else to do. Don't let these losers scare you.
Blue jays fly in the wind, soaring high in the air. No, nothing can compare, no death, no despair, to my dear mandolin.
Another crop of excellent stuff. Thank you, Nada Mucho. Thank you so much. If you want to know more about these artists, give Nada Mucho a follow on Twitter. They share more about them throughout the week. Quick chat break. Hello, we're in the surrealistic bathroom here. We're going to take a real quick chat break because I just feel momentum, people. I feel momentum. This is a quick reminder that you can join our Discord server where we stay in touch throughout the week. And after the show, we do a post-show Discord voice chat. I'm going to be there for about 15 or 20 minutes tonight. I got a bunch of stuff to do after the show to kind of stay caught up with my various obligations, but that's right after Weird at Night, sometimes I go right back to work, and that's kind of the way I like it. So why not? But please join our Discord. We'd love to have you. It's a great way to stay in touch. It's a great way to connect. And after the show, like I said, in the voice chat, we riff, we collab, we connect. It's a lot of fun. Also, are you an artist? Because if you're a musician, poet, painter, dancer, drag artist, comedian, sketch comic, short filmmaker, animator, literature writer, you can get your work here on Weird at Night. So it's really not that big a deal. All you got to do is email us at weirdatnight@gmail.com or hit us up via our Discord and send me a friend request. And then we can start sending each other private messages because, we're neat like that. We're neat like that. So if you know anybody, let them know. Send this information to them because we love bringing new blood into Weird at Night. And if you want to be in a bit or you want to make a bit, we can collaborate. We can make that happen together. That's part of the fun of doing this whole thing. So that's it for now. We're in the second half, and coming up, we still got a ton more to share tonight. We're going to hear from Not For Sale, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. We'll learn about the birth of hip hop and much more. But right now, we're going to turn it over to an artist recently featured in the Nada Mucho news segment. Endless Boogie is a New York City-based band making serious rock and roll music. How serious? Well, they're about to tell you in this incredible animated video called Back in 74.
Yeah, I might be wounded now, but let me tell you about when I was really wounded. I was in St. Louis back in 1974. There was this kite flying contest, and a new band called Kiss was gonna play there. Turns out some theater students went with us, and the night before they shaved off their eyebrows because of David Bowie. Way up to the stage, right up front, and the acid's kicking in. 20,000 people here, 457 kites, Kiss on stage at the Kite Festival. Kiss did not bring their own kites. They were kiteless, carefree. It was either spring or fall, not summer. Kiteless. So they finished playing Black Diamond. And the music stopped, and I looked around, and everybody was pointing at me. Girls were sticking out their tongues, and a bottle flew and hit me in the head. Somebody punched Wolf. And this girl said, "What's with those dudes with no eyebrows?" Yeah, I saw Kiss at a kite festival. Webster College, 1974. I saw John Zorn put ice cream in a trumpet. But I saw Kiss at a kite contest. Brought to you by KSAG, St. Louis, #1 underground radio. I didn't have any kites of my own. I didn't want anybody else's kite either. I wanted to see Kiss. Listen, I'm wounded now, so I cannot play guitar for you today. But I was also wounded in 1974 when I saw Kiss at a kite festival. St. Louis, Missouri.
What a video. And what a song. Fantastic stuff from Endless Boogie. We dropped a bunch of links. Smash them and get the inside scoop, okay? Now, Endless Boogie, as I said, is serious rock and roll, right? Well, what is rock and roll and where does it come from? Well, that's a pretty long discussion to have, but one of the original progenitors of that sound, someone who influenced every early rock legend like Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and many more, was Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Sister Rosetta first came to stardom in the late 30s and early 40s. She was the first gospel recording artist signed to Decca, and her song Rock Me caught people's attention. It was also called Rock Me before there was anything called rock and roll. But her 1945 hit Strange Things Happen Every Day is considered a precursor to what would become rock and roll. And that's not all. She was a pioneering guitarist, one of the first to ever use distortion on a guitar. And a UK tour in 1964 with Muddy Waters is credited for influencing people like Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones. So that's a very brief summation of Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Here's what words can't say.
Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, there is music in the air. Up above my head, music in the air. And I really do believe joy somewhere. All in my room, music everywhere. All in my home, music in the air. Up above my head, that is music in the air. Well, I really do believe joy somewhere. Up above my head, music in the air, music in the air. Up above my head, there is music in the air. Up above my head, there is music in the air. You know, I really do believe joy somewhere. All in my home, music everywhere. All in my home, singing like that. Up above my head, there is music in the air. You know, I really do believe joy somewhere. Oh yes, oh yes.
Wow. Anybody hear a little bit of Chuck Berry in there? Anybody hear a little bit of Little fucking Richard in there? I mean, this woman influenced a lot of people who are much more famous for creating rock and roll than she is. Much love to the legend of Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And thanks again to the good folks. That was courtesy of Anthony Ramirez on YouTube. So thank you for sharing that. Music is like history, constantly unfolding. It's a huge part of why I'm so drawn to it. And we ain't stopping there. Our homie Not For Sale, as always, emerges at just the right time.
When you see me in the
The grooves never stop here at Weird at Night, friends. They never do. They never do. Big thanks to Not For Sale, an anchor in the Northwest hip-hop scene. Now, speaking of hip-hop, where does that come from? We're learning about rock and roll. What about hip-hop? How did it start? When? Well, our friends at Black History in 2 minutes or so are here with some answers.
In August 1973, a young Jamaican-born New Yorker known as DJ Koolherc threw a party in the South Bronx. With a pair of turntables, he improvised a technique that isolated and repeated musical breaks That technique would lay the foundation for a genre known as hip-hop. Hip-hop music emerged from house parties in the Bronx and spread like wildfire between friends and neighbors at block parties. The new sound was electrifying.
In the schoolyard during recess, someone would have a boombox, and then someone would start rhyming. You didn't have recorded versions of hip-hop at that time.
Within a few years, it had become an underground cultural movement, and its distribution was homemade.
You couldn't purchase albums or records, and you couldn't hear hip-hop on the radio. The only way that you could participate in the culture musically was through these cassette tapes, which would circulate all throughout the city.
As its influence deepened and broadened, the music spread from the underground onto the radio. In 1979, a group from suburban New Jersey released Rapper's Delight, one of the first hip-hop records.
Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet.
And the Sugar Hill Gang's hit was just the beginning. As hip-hop evolved, it became a passion shared by millions of young Americans who used it to articulate their identity and their politics, creating a vibrant, multicultural community across the country.
Our generation of young people, we had to find new ways to communicate, just getting on the records and speaking about the truth.
Its lyrics reflected the social and economic conditions of the inner cities as seen through the eyes of the people who lived there.
Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Say what? It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
I think it was Chuck D who said, it's the CNN of the black community. It's actually reporting on all of these things that we've experienced in poetry form and musical form.
In 2017, hip-hop surpassed rock as America's #1 stream genre for the first time ever. Decades after its birth, hip-hop has grown from its underground origins in the Bronx to become one of the most popular genres of music throughout the world.
More great stuff from Black History in 2 minutes or so. That's the name of their YouTube channel. Make sure you go check that out. Give it a follow. We dropped a link in the chat. It's really simple, isn't it? Just a little innovation. Somebody figures out a way to create a looping device of some type, and a bunch of people feeling free to express themselves however the fuck they choose. Kind of easy, isn't it? It's infectious. It inspires. It helps us grow. Oh, God. So, it's bad enough that there's somebody impersonating me in these weird videos that we saw earlier, but I just got a response from the raccoons. They're ready to talk.
Sire, we just received a telegram from Weird at Night. They want to know what's going on with our attacks on Dartone the Third.
Will you tell Weird at Night we're going to kill Dartone the Third? Any means necessary. Do we have word back from my daughter?
Sire, Princess Paprika has made contact with Dartone the Third. She says he's in the palm of my paw.
Excellent!
Why don't we send our armies right now? Sire, I don't know if I'd recommend that. Why? What are you afraid of? Well, it's the Qween, sire. The Queen of the Trash Force. She's kind of intense. She's saying we have an alliance and stuff. What, is that true? Well, yes, of course we have an alliance with the Trash Force. We needed some human contact to take over the planet, but they don't tell us what to do. So you're saying we should attack, even though the Queen wants us to wait? No, you know, I just had a great idea. Let's wait. Sire, are you actually afraid of this Queen of the Humans? Absolutely not. I'm afraid of no human. There's just too much trash on Earth to let go to waste. We must have planet Earth. And if we need to work with the Queen of Trash Force to do it, so be it. I will say, she is pretty scary. I know, right? She's like totally losing her mind. Look, a lot of people do when they learn about the space raccoons. We'll smooth this thing out, and we will have our vengeance on Dartone the Third. Send word to Princess Paprika. The attack is not coming yet, but she should be ready. And send a Merry Christmas telegram to the Trash Force. Let's stay on good terms. Yes, sire.
God damn. What the hell is even... This is getting crazy. Okay, I mean, this entire thing started from a conversation where Dartone told me he didn't like raccoons like a year ago. And everything, we've had an entire cult of raccoon hatred that was destroyed. All the members were banished. Now there's actual space raccoons from Mars and possibly my own family trying to kill Dartone. Of course, not me. I'm being impersonated, and somebody is clearly trying to sully my name. Clearly, I have nothing to do with this. But Dartone, your existence is like super annoying. Super annoying. Quick reminder that even though this episode is nearing its end, the party isn't over. Join our Discord server and hop on the WAN community voice chat channel after the show. Auto rate? Okay. All right. So we are here for the auto write, and this is a little part of the show where we try and learn to trust our unconscious mind. And this is a little exercise that's kind of fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to count back from 10, and as I do, you just try to clear your head. When I get to 1, I'm going to say go, and when I say go, you're going to furiously start typing whatever comes in your head. Don't try to predict. Don't try to correct. Don't try to edit too much. It's kind of against the general idea, but you do whatever you want. But I'm gonna do. We'll type for about 30-45 seconds, and once we get to the once I say stop after about 30 or 45 seconds, we all hit enter or return on our keyboards. Everybody's auto write shows up in the chat. We all read them out loud, and then we blast the fuck off to Discord or just to Tuesday at 10 p.m. We are live every Tuesday and Saturday night at 10 p.m. Pacific, and we are live on Saturdays on Converge Media's Facebook page. So once again, I'm gonna count back from 10, try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'll say go. You just start writing in the chat whatever comes into your head, don't censor. Then when I say stop after about 30 or 45 seconds, we all hit enter or return. And it's a beautiful thing, okay? So let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Start typing. Okay. And go ahead and hit enter or return. Stop. Hit enter or return. Let's watch these come in. This is what I wrote. I am not involved with the plot against Dartone. I was totally clear when I wrote this. This is just what came out of my head. I am not involved with the plot against Dartone. I wouldn't harm a fly, much less a pig like Dartone. I mean that in a loving way. He's great. What a cool guy. Why would anyone want to harm such a neat person? He's not here. That's weird. I may need to just make sure the raccoons didn't actually nab him. I mean, not because of me though. Not because of my actions or words at all. Wow. Just rolled right out of my subconscious like that. That is crazy. Spencer Carlson music. 2 Coca-Cola bottles and a Hershey bar. I'm living on a panoramic front of a dolphin's aquatic nostril. Everyone has gone sleepy bye-bye, but the brain keeps breathing until it chokes on a dandelion. I'm scared the man with a drill for a hand is going to come for me. If I disappear, it was Wendy or her Illuminati best friend. Every day is like a gray molecule drinking up the water from my pores, and I... Very nice, Spencer. Alex F&V, in a Whitney Houston fever dream, I turned into Celine Dion, and Jack got to be on the door too. I mean, yeah, they both froze to death in the ocean, but the Titanic is going to disappear by 2036 anyway, so they're just chilling anyway. Literally chilling. In a day, there might be a skinny cat named Lard who comes to visit you, and you better feed him a penguin, or he's going to become a rattlesnake butt monster, and you don't want that. Their farts smell like rotten pickles in the trash, left for a month inside. Does not sound fun. Does not sound fun at all. Blazing Space. Aliens. Neighbors with a quick swishing tail against a metal cage, echoing into space, pent-up energy at their Coca-Cola partying owners to walk the streets, shit on a brick, and pee on a tree. Dogs bark, but cats think, pondering their control of the universe, murmuring purrs. Delightful Blazing Space. Madsy and the End Times. I'm really fresh because I was in the middle of making Melody, sis, and I'm so hype on my stuff right now, but also super trepidatious about my ability to pull the rest of it off. Fantastic, Madsy, fantastic. I think those are very normal feelings. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Bicentennial Bebe. The saga continues of trying to trust my unconscious to do a proper auto-write. And as I count backwards from 10 and try to relax my toes, I'm reminded of this constant push and pull of loving to write as much as I hate to write. And that explains, don't write more, Carolyn, just hit enter. Fantastic. Bicentennial Baby, fantastic stuff. Well, we've arrived at the end of another hour of hot art action, baby. Hot art action. Celebrating creativity never gets old to me, friends. And your company always keeps it fresh. Though this world we live in is often cruel, is often unfair, and must be improved. Sharing a little piece of my soul with you every Tuesday and Saturday helps me keep it together, and I thank you for that. Weirded Night is founded on 4 key principles. People come first, time matters more than money, art is the antidote, and attack with love. People will tell you there's more to life, but I challenge that. People love to complicate things when they have an angle and are trying to sneak by undetected. Life doesn't have to be that hard. People first, time over money, art is the antidote, attack with love. Also, eat, drink water, keep breathing, get a decent amount of sleep. I think that covers a lot of the human experience. Now, Kayla Carrington has another very short little performance to share with us that I'll play in just a moment here. But till then, I'm Patrick Galactic. We are Weird at Night. Take good care of you and love your people every chance you get. I'll see you Tuesday at 10 p.m. Pacific or right after the show in the Discord chat. Huge love, everybody. Let's hear it again for Kayla Carrington.
Thank you so much, everybody. You're weird at night.
weird at night. Thanks for being so weird at night. For 100 nights. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird